Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bit different than the other ones. It's not that much instructional as I'm just going to show you some of the toys I have for my gliders. If you've seen my cage tour video, then you already have seen a couple of them. And I still have a couple of the things inside of the cage. I'm not going to take them out for this video, but it's like I just want to give you an overview of what I have for them for toys and for toy making. And I hope you can find some inspiration. Maybe if you're not sure what you can buy for your gliders, this will help. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, then keep on watching. Let's going to start. I have a bunch of toys around me and I'm sorry this is probably going to take a little long, but I will try to keep it short. So first of all, I'm going to show you the toys that you can actually purchase from Goodwill, or if you want to, you can purchase them new for shops for children for toys. But you don't have to buy these exact toys, obviously, but just so you know approximately what a glider will like to use. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this little castle right here. We got this for Christmas from Dobby's previous owner. He has sent us a couple gifts and this is one of them. It's a really sweet castle and it actually had lights inside. You're probably not going to be able to see it. It has a little chandelier, but of course I took the batteries out because you don't want to leave any batteries inside of your toys just in case they rust or if the gliders pee on them. You know, it's dangerous. So whatever toys you purchase, you want to make sure that you remove all of the batteries in there, and you want to make sure that they will hopefully probably not be able to catch their nails anywhere if possible, though this is pretty okay. Then we have this little house right here. I took the door out because it was annoying me, to be honest. They don't really need that, and they can actually go inside of it and play in there. Sometimes I like to hide treats in here. This is also a gift from Dobby's previous owner. You can actually open it, but if I manage, yeah. But I keep it closed. Then over here, the last present from Dobby's previous owner in this video is this little turtle right here, and it has two bowls inside with bells and some poop. I didn't clean them before I took them out. I had this in the bathtub these last couple days, or in my bathroom, so I could put it in the bathtub whenever I'm playing with them because they really love to play with this one. Probably because it makes so much noise. Then what else? We are going to stay with this theme for a while. These are a couple more toys I have inside for their bathtub or for bathroom bonding. It's just a couple stuff, nothing really interesting actually, but just little things that I can put inside of the bathtub, like this little kettle from their shoe house I'm going to show you in a minute. And what else? This little table is cute for pictures. I have a lot of these plastic eggs from the Kinder Surprise eggs that are unfortunately not legal in the US. I'm so sorry. How did that happen? But I put their snacks in here so that they can't easily open. Though Daisy sometimes manages to open them. She is very strong-willed. A little horse. I wanted to make a toy with this reindeer for Christmas, but I didn't in the end, so maybe I'll make one for next year. Some yogis I keep in here, but that's not really a toy. Some pom-poms. This white one I made and these other ones are purchased, but I don't leave them inside of the cage. I just leave them whenever I supervise them or play with them in the bathtub because they can be so easily destroyed and I don't want them to actually swallow any parts. A couple more of these small things because when they're all put together inside of the basket, they will rattle. This is more for decoration. They're not actually interested in the teddy bear, to be honest. So yeah. So yeah, that's the basket. Then I have some more pom-poms that I've made. Probably more to follow. Then I have this little shoe house you have seen in my cage tour video. You can open it from a lot of sides. You can open it from there. You can open the door. You can actually open this part right here too. It's really heavy. And I put this in every couple weeks. And they really love to chew on the flowers, if you can see that. And they have some more small toys inside, and of course, a lot of the monkeys. Oh, a lot of the monkeys as well. This is what I am using instead of the monkeys in a barrel. Another toy I have is this little tree house that you have also probably seen in my cage tour video. And I also took the batteries out of this one because it did have some in it. And it's really fun for them because they can also hide under the tree house and they can play inside. Now most of the things I'm going to show you I have either made myself or are just little stuff or supplies. Here I have Rex lace and beads and a little pencil sharpener I used to make swirly straws. So some beads, some more beads, and some bells. And some more bells. I try to keep them in here so that they don't go everywhere. In this basket I keep some more supplies for them. I have these shower hooks, but I don't really use them anymore. I used to use them to attach toys to the cage and pouches, but they're so big and bulky I'm probably going to throw them out, to be honest. But what else? Little containers for new toys, little baskets. I can attach those to the cage and put food inside. All sorts of bracelets. Oh, and these are fun. You use these to put on glasses. So, for example, if you're having a party or if you're having a lot of guests over, you have different animals and different colors, and each of your guests gets one color. And they put it on a glass just so that they know it's theirs. For example, like, let's say this is a glass, which is not, but yeah. You can put it like this. And I like to put this on their toys inside of the cage, on the ones that actually have cups or stuff like that. And they love to throw these around. And I have like 60 of them, so yeah. This little bowl with a bell inside. Some feathers that I use for toys, so also I don't leave these unsupervised inside of the cage. I just take them when I make toys for outside. For example, this one right here, I just attached some feathers to a straw and it has a bell on the other side so it makes noise, and I just play with them with this thing. They go crazy for it. Zip ties, because as a sugar glider owner I think you should have those inside of your house. You can make toys with them, you can attach things to your cage with them, you can make cages secure with them, you can do so many things with them. I have reusable zip ties as well, but these ones are, you know, the ones for one use. A collection of little toys. Lino is a brand over here for children, and we got so many of these at work and I took a couple. They were for free, so I didn't steal them. But I have a bunch of them, and look, this is a Christmas Lino. And I put them inside of the cage in their toy bin. I put the little toys usually in the round container you have seen in my cage tour video, and they love to jump inside and just play with all the stuff. This over here is actually a thing you put on a glass bottle instead of a cap, like for wine, for example. But yeah, I use it for my gliders. This I made myself and I attached it to the cage. It has this bowl over here so it makes noise. Inside is a pom-pom. It did have straws attached to it, and it looked like the straws were coming out instead of the water, so like a straw waterfall or something. But Oreo actually managed to take them all out. At least he had some fun. Eventually I will put new straws inside and just put it back in the cage, but for now I'm good to go. I have so many other toys. These little trees I have for Christmas. They're cardboard. And you can put them inside of the cage as a decoration. But I would only recommend them for supervised playtime, to be honest, because you don't know, maybe they like to chew on the cardboard. Mine don't really like to chew on cardboard, they just love to chew on plastic. But yeah, I have those for Christmas decorations. I have some small ones as well. Here I have ping pong balls and some more of the eggs from the Kinder Surprise eggs, just for toy making. Some of them have holes in them and the ping pong balls obviously don't, but yes. Sometimes I like to take these out and put something inside, and don't close it all the way through, because if you do, then it will be really difficult to open. But usually I just close it like halfway, and then I just add them to their little toy bin inside of the cage, and then they can forage for treats in there. I have these little eggs as well, and I purchased them off Amazon, and I like to put a lot of snacks in there as well. These are more easy to open, so that's not such a big problem as the yellow ones from Kinder Surprise. And I have like 20 of them. Most of them are inside of the cage right now. I have little containers like this one over here. You usually use them to make Christmas decorations with them. I use them for toys. I just put something sweet inside. They can't really open them. They only managed to open it once, one of those. But usually they don't open them, so I don't actually add food to them. But I add stuff like beads or bells that make noise and attach them to their toys. I have this little bucket right here, and it has some more pom-poms inside. But I haven't used this in a while. I have these glasses that I used to make toys with them. You just attach them like this, and then you have a glass. But I only used 2 so far. Some shot glasses with holes in them for foraging cups for toys when you make them. Another basket. This one has holes inside, so I can attach something to it. A lot of straws. For toy making. Some more straws for autumn or Halloween. These are my extra long straws that I use for most of their toys, because I like the colors as well, but I just like that they're so long. One of the ducks they have managed to destroy. I should actually throw this away. I think they had 4 of them so far. They really love these. But I'm going to take this out. I'm just going to throw it away because it doesn't look good anymore. Plastic flowers that I have for toy making as well. If you've seen my last video where I'm making a toy for them, then you have seen that I like to add plastic flowers to their toys. I have washed them obviously before I use them. I've put them all in the washer, and I have a bunch of them. Another cup with holes inside for toys. This little snowman thingy I made for Christmas. I just drew a very not so pretty face on the inside though, because I didn't want them to lick it off. So I opened it and drew the face on from the inside. Added some beads and some stars to it, and made this little bead necklace and added bells. And I suggest you use this kind of bells if they're out in the open, just so that they can't catch their nails in the other bells. Like this kind of bell you mainly want to use inside of stuff where they can actually reach for them, or if it's just something you keep in your hand or When you do it supervised, maybe. But for the rest of the stuff, if you're leaving them inside of the cage, I suggest you add the other kind of bells. One of the toys I made for them using the shower hooks actually is this one right here. It's just a bunch of extra long straws that I've swirled up with the pencil sharpener, and I added this little bowl to it, and as you can see, this one needs replacing of some parts because little Oreo has had some fun with it. Their toy I made for Christmas, the little duck, my improvised toy. It has some foraging cups inside. This is the vine I will soon put back inside of the cage because it is spring now, so it's about time. One of the glasses that I have made into a toy, I just attached straws to it and some beads. I put a shot glass inside so it is easier to reach and they don't have to go all the way down. And this was actually attached to another toy, but I threw that out and now I only have this. I will probably attach it to another one of their new toys. Their little starfish over here has seen better days, but they still like to play with it. It's just not as pretty anymore. This one I made for November for their cage. I just added a lot of straws and big beads on Rex lace. This is a bracelet, one like this here, and I just attached all of these things to it with Rex lace. So you see I just used straws and cut them into smaller pieces, and then I just put them like a bead, a straw, and so on. And then the ends, some of the ends have bells on them. A little glass for Halloween. It's actually a skull. I don't know if you can actually see this though, but I wanted to use this for this Halloween and I didn't have the time to make a toy out of it, so I will probably use it next time. This was one of the first toys I made for them. It has a couple of beads attached to Rex lace, and I attached this to the roof of the cage, and then as long as it makes noise, they're having a lot of fun with it. Just remember that whenever you want to buy something. Then I have some more toys inside of the cage, but you can see most of them. I hope you don't mind if I don't take them out now because, well, you've seen so much already. So last but not least, we have the snacky mice. You've seen those in many of my videos, and that's simply because they love them so much. You can't really put this into words. It's just by far their favorite toy. You add sweets inside, and I use this used to be a hamster wheel, and I just took out the wire and now I use it as a container so I can put their snacky mice inside. You could also use old unsafe wheels to make ball pits with them. For example, you can add pom-poms and small toys and stuff like that and just put this inside of the cage and they have a ball pit. It's just easier. You keep everything contained in here. That's why I use it with the snacky mice, because some of the stuff from the snacky mice they don't want to eat that day and they will just throw it out, and at least they're in here and the cage is not that dirty when they're finished. And I have one more snacky mouse that's new. I have 4 snacky mice that are in use at the moment, and I just wanted to keep one more in case anything happens to one of the other ones. And that's about it. This is going to be a relatively short video. I know most of you watching are from the US, so you are not going to have so many problems purchasing toys for them, especially sugar glider toys. There are so many approved vendors in the US and they will sell, and the toys aren't that expensive. To be honest, I think making your own is more expensive because it is more time consuming. You have to buy so many beads and Rex lace and whatever. You want to make one toy, but you have to purchase all of the stuff for like 15 toys. If I had a possibility, of course I would purchase because it would be easier and cheaper for me, but because shipping them to Europe is so expensive, I have to resort to making my own. I know there are some sellers in the UK, but I haven't tried to purchase from them just yet. For now I have a lot of toys anyway, and I will probably try to declutter a few of them because, well, they don't really need this many toys, but it is really somehow addicting to buy new toys for them. And that's how you end up with this many. They take a lot of the space from my closet, so I have to declutter it. One last thing I wanted to show you, it's not a toy, but it is so sweet, is this little bonding pouch I have for them. This was my first bonding pouch. I know I'm not the youngest anymore, but I still love to use it. It was a little bag for girls, and I just took out the material from the inside, replaced it with fleece, put a little mesh window in here, and now I have a bonding pouch for sugar gliders. I don't really use this anymore because I have 4 now and they don't actually fit inside. Or they will, but it's really crowded. I prefer to use the ones over here now. When I take them outside, for example, they're bigger, they're extra made for sugar gliders. If you want to purchase some safe bonding pouches for your sugar gliders, I know they're not easy to find in Europe, and most of them you can buy from Amazon or eBay are really unsafe or of an unsafe material, but head over to sugarglidershop.co.uk. That's where I purchase most of my stuff from, the supplements and these pouches as well. And you can find a couple different ones over there. I have learned to sew in the meantime. I have a sewing machine and I make my cage sets. But for bonding pouches, I still prefer to purchase them from Sugar Glider Shop. This is around 7 months old, I think. I have 2 of them. The other one is already over 1 year old, I think, and it's still in perfect condition. So yeah. Keep in mind when you want to purchase toys for your sugar gliders, make sure the batteries are out. Make sure that they have no rust on them. Clean them thoroughly before putting them inside of the cage, but that's a no-brainer. Also, make sure there's nothing in there that they could actually swallow. And also make sure that there isn't anything where they could get stuck inside of the toy or outside of the toy. I don't know. Just avoid any materials other than fleece when making toys or when using toys for your sugar gliders. Fleece and plastic are the ones you want to use for inside of the cage. Have your fun with it. Of course, you can always ask within the community if you can use a certain toy or not. There are so many groups on Facebook. You have Sugar Gliders UK, you have Sugar Gliders Learning Together, you have Sugar Gliders Fanatics, just a lot of groups you can join and just, you know, take a picture of the toy you want to purchase and just post it inside of the group. Ask for people's opinions if you are unsure. Other than that, this was about it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I had some fun filming it actually because now I know how many toys I have. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos on sugar gliders. Subscribe to our second channel, Awesome Sugi Mom Vlogs, if you want to see our vlogs. They're not that interesting, I think, but some people enjoy watching them, so maybe you want to check that out. Like our Facebook page, it's called Happy Sugar Gliders. You can also find us on Instagram or Twitter. I will add the links in the description box as well. So thank you for watching this video and I will see you next time. Bye!